Wolf Creek 2. It's been about over a year since I did a video on this. I did it last spring. The synopsis is the same. They filmed it finally in the summer 2012. And it's supposed to be scheduled for release to make its debut in Australia, where the origin of the film is, of course, including the director Greg Mclean returning to write and direct. The release date's supposed to be next winter, February 20th, 2014. Then who the heck knows when the DVD is going to come out in America or international release. Probably not until the spring. So, John Jarratt returns as the villain. And remember, this came out like just perfect timing. And it was the highest growing Aussie film, rated R film of all time. The Weinsteins picked up distribution on it in 2005. I remember hearing a lot of buzz on it. You just had to rent it as soon as it came out on that Tuesday in 2005. And it was huge in the horror community. Fangoria even rated it like the scariest film of the year. But I watched it like 2 or 3 times back then. I don't know, I must have been stupid, because now you just watch it and it's just like a tamed down Aussie version of like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It just had that perfect timing of coming out right after the remake when slashers had their resurgence. And then they marketed it as like based on actual events.
You know how they falsely advertise things just to get you to pick them off. You know the drill.
And look at this, Wolf Creek 2, official poster, based on actual events. Oh, round 2, here they go. And the recipe and the formula and the plot still seems the same. The flow, 3 backpackers visiting the famous Wolf Creek crater in the Outback of Australia. So they filmed there again, with John Jarratt returning as Mick Taylor. He's like the nightmare epitome of like an Outback cowboy that you wouldn't want to run into, like the opposite of the evil version of Crocodile Dundee. And they play on that cliche, and I still like the first one for what it is. It's decent, and I don't expect much out of this. I know. Let's see what else. Let's talk about the ending of the first film if you haven't seen that, so then just go and watch. Well, let's talk about the plot, the rest of the plot for this. 3 backpackers. It says one of them. Apparently it's 2 guys and 1 girl, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, it might be. And one of them gets taken back to his lair, and they go in a face-off with him. Apparently it's a sequel.
I really don't know what to say.
And, so let's talk about the end of the first one in 2005. Both the girls die, and Ben, the lone guy, they show him getting handcuffed in like news footage, and they're like, oh, Ben was eventually cleared of all suspicion, even though they couldn't find no trace of the girls out in the Outback. And you're like, and after you watch it nowadays, it's just so fucking corny. But that's just me. I mean, to Australians, this is probably like their Psycho. But yeah, so it is what it is. Anyway, any other information, I'll put it down below in the description. Click show more right below this video, and you'll see all the information and cast there. And this is JBM from VillainNews. Alright, you could hate me now.